Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 73 of Two Left Thumbs, your source of weekly gaming news and updates. In this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the former lead combat designer on God of War joining inXile Entertainment. GameStop appoints Reggie to the board of directors. Call of Duty Warzone is out, which is a new BR game, so yay. And Microsoft announces GameStack Live. And the Doom 64 port is going to have a little bit extra in there. We also have all the best weekly deals from a range of publishers across all gaming platforms. I'm Def Puppies, as always. Gray, he's here. He's not dying.
Hello.
How are you, man?
No. I'm far from dying. I'm good. I'm good, actually. Everyone else around me is not dying. Everyone's pretty sick, so lots
Avoiding
of fun.
the plague.
Yes.
Hey, have you stocked up on toilet paper? Are you okay?
Yeah. that is a thing, isn't it?
It is.
Man, 2020. What a start.
What are you, man?
Yeah, that is a weird thing. The whole toilet paper thing. We actually bulk buy anyway, so it was.
So it's just a normal day for you.
Already sorted. We just order it online and it just gets sent by the box.
Nice.
Catch. There you go. So. What about yourself, mate? How have you been?
Oh, I've been good. Yeah, it's did a bit of driving this week. Had to go back to my hometown, so I did a 12-hour round trip to pick up some stuff. That was today. That was fun. But gaming wise, I played a little bit more God of War. Got some time into it. I'm probably 3/4 of the way through now. I think. I'm just past. I'm just past Helheim.
Helheim. Oh yes.
So I'm hearing. I've just heard whispers of like talk of the Valkyries and stuff. So like story wise, I know they're coming up shortly.
Yeah. Make sure you go for all of the Valkyries.
All the Valkyries. All right, that might be something I do.
Forget how many there are. You got to find them all so you can get to the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's all right.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. God, and I'm terrified because I saw what I thought was one of them standing in the background in the Helheim bit, and I'm like, that's a big bird.
No,
that's not it.
No, they're quite hidden. You've got to progress to certain points to get certain items to unlock them, and then you've got to find them like over the map. They're not. It's not like you just go and they're all there. You've got to go find them. They're all like hidden away.
Oh, okay,
you got to defeat each one to summon in the Queen, and then you go to her court and you fight her there.
Okay, righto. Interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm in for interesting fights ahead of me. But yeah, so I did that, and I also, as I said I would last week, I tried out the Final Fantasy remake, the demo.
Oh, you did you?
I did. I did.
Talk to me. How was it?
It was okay. It was alright. Like,
yeah.
Like, so I going that it was an older game. It was remade well. It looked good. Responded well. All the usual boxes were pretty well ticked. It functionally worked really well. Looked really pretty. The combat took me a bit to get the hang of. The kind of the getting the flow of switching between the two characters to kind of bounce off each other and use the different combinations of abilities. I got mildly frustrated. It took me... I got stuck, right, on the Scorpion tank thing, right? Because I went in there and my characters were low health. But I didn't realize... First, I didn't realize I didn't know how to skip cutscenes. And so I was sitting through that cutscene over and over again. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is there no cutscene skip button coming up? Turns out you have to pause the game... you have to pause the game and select skip menu, which is just, why couldn't it just be a hold button to skip X in the bottom corner, just little flash, little thing. And I didn't realize, because the reason this was happening is because I didn't realize that you couldn't heal you could heal between fights, because I was going, okay, because the first time I went, all right, I'll go to the potions and go, alright, let's heal up. And it wouldn't let me do it. And I'm like, well, that's shit. And so I was stuck on this fight for ages and ages and ages. I'm like, fuck it. So I restarted the entire demo again, went through everything, And that's when I figured I had to pause to do something. I'm like, oh, skip cutscene. So that made everything a little less painful. And I got there. And I think it was the fight before the Scorpion tank. I accidentally hit a button and it came up with heal. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, you're definitely new to the series.
Definitely new. Yeah. And I think that was probably my biggest issue with it, because I was new to the series. None of that was natural. Like, if you why is there two different ways to heal in two different situations where it should be the same kind of combination? Like, you should be able, if you can heal through the fight menu, you should be able to still do that when you're not in a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so there's two different ways. You can heal yourself with a potion, like an item. So you use an item, or you can use the materia, which is the magic for heal.
Yeah.
But you need to have enough MP to cast it. And you have
and
to
that's I thought was the only way you could heal. I didn't realize that the potions were their own separate thing. It wasn't really explained.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it. That style, like the closer anime style of voice acting and stuff, isn't really. I'm not really super into it, but it was okay.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's gonna make me go out and immediately buy the new one straight away, the full game straight away, but I can see where people's kind of nostalgia hits in with that as well, and it takes a big thing. But I can see why people enjoyed it too. But yeah, it's not. I enjoyed it, but I'm not like super into it.
If you played the originals, you would have a lot. It appeals to you in a different way. That's what I said last week. I said you and I are going to have two
very different opinions on it. Yeah,
opinions on this, because we're looking at it from two different views, and this is exactly what I meant. Like, okay, these certain things in place. So, but with the combat as well, I was the same, getting used to, flicking between each character I lay, and I was trying to look what the other character was doing, because recently I just played Final Fantasy 12, and that introduced the gambit system. So the gambit system is you can play as any character similar to this. You just click through them, whatever one you want to play as. But the whole premise of the game is you can set each other ally up with a list of gambits, which is really, it's just a list of input commands. So you can, and it's incredibly detailed, but it's quite simple to do. It's quite easy. So like simple things like use a potion if your health is below 20%. You see, and you can tell your AI they will do that, or they'll.
Okay, so it's like it's like a base command. It's like this has happened. You need to do this.
You don't have to micromanage them per se. You can kind of set the commands, and they'll fight for themselves under your guidance. Like, you've set the rules of what they do, and they won't deviate from that. Like, if you put in, you can completely stuff it up. Like, you can put in all the wrong stuff, and they won't do anything. Like, because they're aren't being met, or whatnot. So it's a really cool system, and I was hoping they might bring a bit of that across to 7 to with this. That way you're not, because when I was playing, I was looking around seeing what Barrett was doing when I was playing as Cloud. It looks like he was just shooting. I don't know if
he like I found abilities. The second I let go of a character, if they were low health, they were down fairly quickly. Like, they weren't very smart about, like, it was like, oh, I'm low health, I should be. Especially Barrett, who was a ranged character, was like up in this thing's face, just like unloading his gun. And I'm like, you're ranged, you should be like trying to roll back and like help out that way and support, and I should be going in. And so it just seemed like I was just a little bit off. It's like, okay, you should be doing this, dude. Like, why are you here? Like, so I constantly having to like switch controls and like run him all the way back so he was out of the way and could still get in range. And then switching back to Cloud, and then going in and doing the close damage.
Yeah, see, I've noticed that they've with that opening anyway, they've tried to stay as close that the original one had, but you can tell that they've done something here where there's 2 attacks. Each attack will target a different character. So that Scorpion tank will do that big ground slam, and it's like this big, like, you get this blue area of effect pop up before it explodes, so you know when you're Cloud to get the hell out.
Yeah.
And then Barrett, it'll launch missiles at him. But see, and the missiles rarely ever went for Cloud; they'd always go for Barrett and whatnot. So I think that's what they're trying to do to get around it. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was just a little bit off. Like I enjoyed it, but it was just like slightly off.
Yes, yeah, I'm already pre-ordered. I'm in all the way.
Yeah.
I was already in, but I think this combat could potentially be the next. I think Square are on something here, is in regards to bringing back old school, turn-based, giving it that tactical kind of flavor that Final Fantasy 15 missed so much. Like,
Yeah.
that was more of a bloody hack and slash game than anything. And kind of what they're doing with this, I reckon they can nail it, and that's where RPGs, like for that style, should go. Is that, because I think they're gonna kill it.
Yeah, no, I think if they improve on it a little bit and tweak with the AI, I think it'd be quite a fun system to like really get a handle on.
Especially with a full party, summons. You've got a lot of other stuff that come in. Big limit breaks. It's just like, I can't wait to see the Knights of the Round summon.
Yeah,
It is gonna be fucking hectic. I can't just give it to me now. Damn it! Couple of weeks ago.
Not long.
Yeah.
Soon, buddy. Soon. So yeah, that's me this week. What have you been up to?
Gaming wise, not a great deal. I was away for a little bit. I was a bit sick as well. So I didn't really get much time to do a great deal this week. I jumped into a little bit more Tarkov. Tried to get it back into that. They've just had a substantial size patch come back out. They've just updated a few things, put a new weight system into the game. All these other things to make the game even more fucking brutally difficult than what it already is.
Excellent. That's exactly what you want.
Heaps more mods. All the rest of it. They had I don't know what you call it. They do like a live podcast, I think, once a month or something. So they had that. This is where all this information came from.
Okay, righto, yeah.
That was about it. I played a bit more Resident Evil 2, just a little bit. It wasn't much because I've already beaten that game to death so many times. And that was it. And I was just very much eagerly awaiting Ori and Will of the Wisps. And yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment because it turns out I got a review code and I didn't even fucking see it.
So you would have had it in your hands already playing it?
Yeah.
Damn
It was in my junk folder.
Oh,
just
no.
like... No, because it's like, yeah, I don't know. It was, I only found out before. It's super irritating, but it doesn't matter. So I recycled the code back to them. Anyway, because it's out in a few hours here.
So
on Game Pass, and I've already got it ready to go. So, very keen for that. The early impressions that I've seen from some people, a couple of people reviewing it. Obviously, won't spoil anything. Is that it is very good.
Yeah, I think there was a few streamers on I saw a Mixer anyway that had early access to it. It may have been the Xbox one, and maybe a few partners were playing it early. They had like the early access and they were allowed to stream it. But unfortunately I was at work and I couldn't watch it.
One issue that a lot of people have actually been talking about now is that it is supposed to get patched. There is supposed to be a good day one patch. It is there is some performance issues with the game.
Okay.
Freezes, crashes, hard crashes. Totally reboot your Xbox crash. Whatnot. So, but hopefully that gets fixed in the patch, which is what
Before
I think
launch,
the devs have said. Yeah. So yeah, that's it should be a really good game. If you haven't played it, go and check out. You can get both of them by the end of tonight. Both of them will be on Xbox Game Pass. Go try Metroidvania. It's just an awesome game. The music sounds really good. The art style looks really good, and
the story
also
will
it sounds
get
like,
you up a little bit too.
Yeah,
it's a bit sad.
Yeah. And they've tuned up the combat, which is one of my biggest frustrations from the first one. So the combat is a bit more smoother. bit more easier to do. There's only one other thing I want them to fix, which I don't know about yet. The reviews should be out. Shit, I don't know when the end. I think it's tonight. Obviously, it'll be out in a few hours. Probably out now, actually. Was in the original one, like you're progressing through your level. Say you hit your checkpoint, you're progressing through, and you've got to duck down. You've got to go down into another little section to get a key item. And then you got to come back up, climb up wherever you're going next to unlock. If you do that, when you grab that key item, it still doesn't register that you've got it until you've used it. So until you use it, so if you die with it, you get sent back to the checkpoint, and so does the item. But you've also lost all your health, your point, all of that is gone as well. It was super frustrating. It was the only thing that annoyed. It was the only thing that annoyed the hell out of me, because it's not actually doing a great deal. It's not amping up the difficulty at all. It's more or less just punishing the player for the sake of punishing them. Like you died, and we're gonna have to go back through there again to get your item, and we're gonna make it harder for you because you're gonna lose more health and whatnot. Just if you pick up a key item, you should not have to.
You shouldn't have to go back for it.
No, you shouldn't have to go back for it until you've already used it. It's just a bit.
I mean, sure, your health and stuff, that's fine, but yeah, key items, they should just like permanently be in your inventory once you've got them.
Yeah. So hopefully that is fixed, because that was the only thing that really irritated me on the first one. That's about it, man.
Yeah, be quiet this week.
Really, very quiet this week. It should. That's probably going to be the end of that though, because now we've got Ori. Oh man, I got Half-Life Alex.
Oh, you're getting that? Oh, that's right, you're getting that, aren't you?
Yeah. I'll probably get that actually over Doom, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna grab Doom so we can spread it between us. I'll take one for the team, and I won't go and buy a VR kit.
All right, thanks. Well, at least it gives us a because they're pretty close together. I think those two, they come out within a week.
Yeah, all these come out within the next like 2 or 3 weeks, so it's gonna be fucking nuts.
And then we've got Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, last and Ghost of Tsushima got a reveal and announcement trailer. Holy Jesus!
Oh yes,
did you see that?
We did. No, I haven't. We hadn't talked about it. So fill me in. What happened? Like, give me a basic rundown.
Man, it looks really good. Like artistically, the game looks really good. They showed not massive chunks of gameplay, and they showed cinematics and cutscenes. It was a story trailer, so it's there to try and give you obviously a take of what the story is going to be. So it's got a very dark mood to it. I think it's going to be quite a serious game. So obviously it follows the tale of, I don't know his name, the protagonist who was a samurai. And it shows him getting trained by his father to be a samurai, to use honor, to look people in the eye when you kill them, etc., etc. And then it flashes forward to the Khans invading, and it's got like this massive army invading anyway. Not too sure what happens, but obviously they must take over, and then it's up to him to kind of fight back, guerrilla tactic style by the look of it. And it's just about him kind of, I think, not using that, sort of trying to honor the samurai stealth, because that's not a samurai way. So that's what I mean, because
it is what combining the kind of samurai way with guerrilla tactics, and because exactly, one guy against hundreds is not going to be.
It's not exactly.
Not exactly a fair fight, I mean, you might survive, maybe.
And go watch it after you're done. After we're done,
I will, for sure.
Because it is just a really well put together trailer. I mean, I don't really get trailers are good. Everyone loves a good trailer, but this one, I don't know. It just struck me a bit more as I preferred this trailer than the Final Fantasy VII one, Death Stranding ones. Any of that. This one was really
had a bit of gravitas to it.
Yeah. So there's grappling hooks. I was getting an open world Sekiro vibe.
Nice, I like it.
Pick those two together and whatnot, and it looks really good. And June 26th release date.
That is close, man.
Yeah, very close.
I mean, I like it. It means we have to wait less, so I'm good. I'm down with that. I am down with that. So should we move on to deals?
I like deals.
I like deals. Deals are good. We all like deals. We like
Especially
saving
gaming.
a bit of coin. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why we're all here, right? So over on PlayStation, PlayStation Plus games this week are Shadow of the Colossus and Sonic Forces as they were last week. So I'm assuming they'll be changing again next week ish.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Oh well.
3 weeks to get them.
3 weeks to get them. There we go. PSN deals this week are Dark Souls 3 Deluxe Edition for $17.95 and Hitman Game of the Year Edition for $13.95. Both pretty fucking solid games there. Over on Xbox, we have Red Dead Redemption for $50 and Borderlands 3 for $50. Same as last week, I think. They haven't
Is
changed
it?
at all. Yeah, they're the same ones as last week, I'm pretty sure.
Stupid Xbox.
Games with gold, we have Batman Enemy Within, the complete season, and Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, which is an Xbox 360 title. Again, same as last week, so if you haven't got them, I dare say they'll be changing by next week, so get in and... I mean, Enemy Within is fantastic from what I've heard, and it's like I've been meaning to pick up, so I might have to get into that. Over on the Switch, we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX for $80. Just absolute steal for the Nintendo Store.
Can we just appreciate... No, I only threw that one on there because it's a brand new game.
Yeah.
But I don't think many people know about it. Can we just appreciate the fucking complexity of that title? Who had the knackers to put that on as the title? Like
it doesn't even short words like PMDR TDX. Even like shortening it to that is just, it's too much. Why?
Honestly, Nintendo are on just, they're in their own lane and no one else is even around them. They just don't care. They're just looking forward. It's
Zero fucks have been given in the naming of these games.
Yeah, so that's why that's in there. It's just apparently it's a good game.
Yeah, I've heard a bit about it. I have people talking how I played pretty well and stuff. So it might be worth checking out if you're a Pokemon fan. Also on the Switch this week we have Resident Evil 5, just to get you in the mood for the new Resident Evil coming out for $26.60. It's normally $40. And that's ending on the 26th. So you've got a little bit of time to get that one. So you're a Resident Evil fan, get in there and get it. Switch it up. Over on the Epic Store this week, we have Offworld Trading Company. Venture to Mars to earn your fortune. With space travel becoming a reality and the easy-to-reach resources of Earth dwindling, hopeful people seeking their fortune are rushing to the next great frontier, Mars. Rekindle humanity's adventurous spirit by leaving Earth behind and make a new name for yourself as a titan of industry on the Red Planet.
Woo!
Yes! Go to fucking Mars.
So it just on that with their Epic Store at the moment, they seem to be in the indie phase, very much so. So they most of the titles on there, they've got a couple. Go on there and check them out though if you're keen for some indie ones. This one was the pick out of the bunch for me though. I'm pretty sure it is the game directed from Sid Meier's, I think. So RTS King knows his stuff, so it could be a very good game. That's all I got.
All you got? Well, that is all we got for the deals. Let's move on to news and updates. So this week, first one off the rank. This is actually from last week. It missed the cut last week, but it's still worth having a quick chat about. The lead designer the former lead designer, combat lead designer on God of War, has joined in with inXile Entertainment. So where are we? My brain's gone. So yeah, this guy's he's jumped over from God of War and he's now with inXile, which has just been acquired by Microsoft. So What do you think they're
Do
working
you want me to
on?
read that? Do you want me to read the rest of that out?
You can if you like. I don't know. My brain just went to full fucking meltdown. So
I have no idea what you were doing then.
me neither.
But you've
I
got
was
it
like
in there.
stalling for it to tick over. It's fine.
Right. One of the most celebrated games of the past generation was without doubt God of War. Released in 2018, Universal acclaim, it proved that a complete reboot of a franchise can be wildly successful. It's fair to say that within God of War, one of the most beloved aspects was the combat, which felt just right from top to bottom. One of the senior combat designers of God of War was Dean Reimer, who announced this week that he is the lead combat designer for inXile Entertainment, which was recently acquired by Microsoft. There you go, puppies.
Thank you. Apparently, I can't words.
You
Struggle
wrote
street
it,
text.
right?
I know. But here we are. I can write but not read apparently. So yeah, do we have any leads on what inXile is actually working on?
Negative. No, I'm not too
Negative.
sure.
I don't think they've announced anything yet. So
Still
it'll be
very
interesting
early.
to see. So I dare say it'll be a new IP, maybe. Have to be.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I think the way the Microsoft acquisitions work, they go, all right, you can make whatever games you want, but you've got to make us one game that we want you to make.
Yeah, it'd also
Kind of,
depend on
yeah.
like when they were purchased. I mean, it's like if a company A is making
I think
a
this
game,
was one
a
in the
AAA game or whatnot.
I think this was in the first batch. So this is along with
like Obsidian and that.
yeah, with Obsidian and stuff. I think I remember them being like the first 12 that were bought up. If I remember correctly, which I normally can't, but I have a
It's a while
feeling it
ago
was
now.
it was a while ago. I mean, it's still technically recent, so
Well, either way, whatever the game is going to have, it's probably going to have third-person combat of some kind.
you would think so, yeah. I mean, if
due
it didn't, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, always jumping over. Santa Monica, Sony Santa Monica, they're losing quite a few. Well, not quite a few. They've lost a couple. They recently lost their head of studio to Google Stadia.
Oh no,
I think that's
Oh,
where
no.
she went.
mistake.
Um,
Oh, that's right, because they were working. She's working on. She's the department head over there now for all their
Yeah,
their new IPs that they're doing.
yeah. So she wasn't like she was more business side focused, not like games development. She wasn't a
not
creative
game
director,
development.
right? No, yeah, she's more like handles the, but she did a really good job taking Sony Santa Monica from where they were and then putting them all into that whole new studio in LA and all the rest of it. Got them that huge big upgrade to everything, so that they can, make games like God of War, like the new God of War. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they come up with,
Hopefully
especially with
they're
a big name there. That'll be good. I'm excited.
Mhm.
New one. GameStop has appointed Reggie Fils-Aimé to the board of directors. So Nintendo's America former president and the taker of names is joining GameStop's board of directors. The huge gaming retail company announced today that Reggie is joining the board to help turn the company around. Reggie's also obviously best known as the president of Nintendo of America when he was the face of the company for quite a number of years, and he recently stepped down to Bowser, who took over the... Still think that's hilarious. The fucking Bowser.
That is the best.
I was born for this. So joining Reggie on the board is Bill Simon and J.K. Szymanek. Bill Simon, sorry. Bill Simon's worked 30 years in various executive roles in the retail industry. Szymanek is the president and chief executive of PetSmart. It's interesting. GameStop's goal is to have Reggie, Simon, and Szymanek provide expertise to help turn a struggling business back towards profitability. Reggie wrote on Twitter, "The gaming industry needs a healthy and vibrant GameStop. I look forward to being part of GameStop's corporate board and helping make this happen."
Let's see what he can do.
Because GameStop is they're
not going to be around for much longer.
No, unless they need to pivot and
Life
they should have
support.
been doing it a long time ago, and they're gonna have to pull some serious fucking miracles to kind of bring anything back.
So I did see a thing on Twitter. I can't remember. It was recent. Of someone took a photo of an inside of a new GameStop. One of their, I think it's one of their larger ones, obviously in America.
Oh, one of the upgraded ones, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the picture?
No, I haven't. No.
It's like full esports arena thing now.
Oh wow.
They also obviously sell games, but it's like, yeah, they've got not arena. I think arena is probably way too big of a word because it's still in its main store in their stores. But it's like banks of PCs, consoles, stuff like that. And it looks like set up for you can have, small competitions and
run demos and
yeah, well,
yeah,
maybe. I think
maybe, I don't know.
They've got to do. I think maybe if they could do that, they might be able to pull something off. But
it's gonna be
it's just the way the world's going, man. The physical media will be dying off.
Yeah.
These guys rely on physical media and secondhand sales. You take that physical media away, and it takes most of their revenue away.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look at the struggle they've been going through. Like, I mean, look at Blockbuster. Blockbuster's a prime example of what's happening at GameStop right now. The new digital age hit, and Blockbuster's like, nah, we'll be fine. It's fine. Yeah. And we all know how that turned out.
So it's interesting to see what Reggie's a very smart man. I mean, Nintendo is incredibly successful. He's had his hands launching, a couple of the biggest consoles ever in the Wii and whatnot. I mean, the Wii U was.
He has a lot of connection through the gaming industry. I mean, I go to GameStop as well, but he's got a lot of personal connections through the industry as well. So that I think that will help GameStop as well, because he'll be able to kind of reach out to people personally and say, look, this is what we're doing. We'd really like you to get involved. And Reggie's that kind of guy too. Like, he would I mean, he's a real nice guy, so people will do favors for him. I'm pretty sure.
And he's a large man.
He is. If you say no, he may intimidate you.
That's right. Fucking giant.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it'd be cool to see what he can do. The odds are stacked against him though. I think he's taking this on as a challenge, like as in like I've had a cruising now 20 years at Nintendo.
Yeah.
Give me something that's because he's still young. He's not that fucking old. Give me a challenge. And this is, if he can turn this around, holy Christ.
It's going to be one of the greatest comebacks in fucking gaming history.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
But I think if GameStop makes a big comeback, it won't be the GameStop we know and love now. It'll be a very, very different thing.
Yeah, no, it's got to be completely different.
Speaking of completely different.
Segues.
Activision has announced Call of Duty Warzone, which is a brand new free-to-play battle royale based on the popular first-person shooter franchise. If you already own a copy of Modern Warfare, which is their most recent release, you'll be able to start playing the game tomorrow at 1 a.m. AEST, which is time of recording, which is 3 hours from now. Ish? Correct. On PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will be joining you at 5 a.m. AST, so it's a few hours later for some reason. It's bizarre. Oh, no, wait, I've read that wrong, because apparently I'm fucking great tonight. So yeah, anyone that owns Modern Warfare will be able to play at 1 a.m. Anyone that doesn't will be able to join in at 5 a.m., so a few hours later. So if you already own the game, you get a few hours early access, kind of. At launch, the title will feature 2 gameplay modes, Battle Royale and Plunder, and a single map called Verdansk that can support up to 150 players simultaneously. In Plunder mode, the goal is to finish the match with the most money by searching the map for loot, taking down other players, and completing in-game challenges. This I mean, there was rumors of this like the last few days.
Ambitious.
Yeah, it's
fucking. It looks insane. It does. You know what it looks like? It looks like exactly what it is. It looks like fucking if Call of Duty made a battle royale.
Well, they've already
over
had
the
one.
top. Yeah, I know.
And
it's just like
okay.
it's just but it fizzles out. It's like it's really, really good, and then it just dies super fast. I feel like that's Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's just like the life cycle on it is so short.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine being these devs have to crunch this shit out to get this done, just to have another one release in
You do all
less
this
than
work.
12
You go,
months
I've
time.
got this really cool idea, and you do it, and it lasts like 8 months, and then like,
Think about
we're ditching that idea now. We're doing something totally different. It's like, well, shit.
think about all the work that went into the last battle royale for them.
Yeah.
Whoever did that, I can't remember which one did it.
I mean, I dare say a
Uh,
lot of those bones will be used. The base will be used for this.
So you'd think, yeah, it'd have
Yeah.
to be some sort of recycled assets going involved or something going into it. Sure, but it's a lot of work, man, to get turfed.
I mean,
I don't know.
maybe this won't. Maybe this won't though. Like, because I mean, again, this is like the last one was paid.
The last one was paid, so there is
This
a
is
few differences this time. So if they
Yeah, this-
don't, if this should be the be all end all battle royale for Call of Duty, and this is the one they take the
Keep
same
going.
route as Apex and Fortnite.
Yeah. So they just have a battle royale mode going, and then they release maybe their new multiplayer every whatever, or maybe they're at the point where they just like they start pushing seasons, and it's just Modern Warfare, and every new season brings in new multiplayer maps and cycles out the old ones, or puts them aside in a legacy playlist.
You know, it's Activision, man.
It's Activision. They have
They love their
they've got some way.
dollary-doos.
Yeah, they've got some way of stealing our dollary-doos in there.
But it does look good. Good enough. I'm definitely downloading it. It's all 120 fucking gig of it.
Yeah, it was
it was download.
For a multiplayer mode, it was rather large. Like I've already got it downloaded because my internet is okay. And I think it took like a couple of hours. It was like 80 gig, 83 gig or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't too bad, but that still for a single mode that is huge. You'd expect like maybe like 50 gig.
Oh no, you're not getting that. It's making you download the game.
The whole Modern Warfare game.
You're getting every you got the whole thing. So that's what's annoyed me so much about it is this is a standalone product. You don't need the other game, but it still forces you to go ahead and download all of their other shit, all of their other everything, because I don't know why. For whatever reasons.
It's so they can, like, when they get to the end of year with their investors and go, hey, look at all these downloads we have of this game. We need to do more of this.
Yeah.
They're just fucking their numbers, man.
In regards to the game, from the trailer I've seen, it looks similar to last year's take, their take. Obviously a bit more expensive. There are whole maps from the multiplayer that you will find within the larger overall map. So you can go through and play on there. Similar again to how they did it last time. I like the plunder mode. I think
plunder mode sounds interesting.
It's a cool take on it.
So let's go through it. So it's a go around, collect money, and get the fuck out. Whoever's got the most money at the end wins.
Effectively, that's what it sounds like. Yeah. I mean, we'll know a lot more tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be able to. I think I'm going to get in and try and get a few rounds in if I can tomorrow night before I have to disappear from the gaming world for a few hours or a few days. Go back to work, do that thing.
Comes out of the way. Ori.
Oh, there's Ori too.
I've been playing Ori before COD.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I've got a few mates that were keen on kind of getting into it, so I was like, I'll download it and we can have a dig at it tomorrow, see what it's like.
Well, but also another thing to look at is I think this is coming out at a much better time than when they pushed their last one out. So I think they pushed their last one out a little bit after release. This one is significantly after release. This is when COD came out 4 months ago.
4 months ago, yeah. So there's like a. I mean, I know they're attaching it to this game, but I feel like it's going to be a standalone thing from here on out. Like they'll separate that. That it's using.
It's weird, but it's
so janky the way they're doing it.
It's also at a good time due to Fortnite is lower than what it definitely was last last time this thing Battle Royale came out, and also Apex. You know, both
Apex
of those
is
are
very
kind
much
of,
settled in, yeah.
yeah, everyone's kind of like, I think it's like people want a new VR, and this could potentially take a fair bit of the market share of people.
It could, yeah. It could. I mean, yeah, everything's the BR market. I mean, it was the BR boom's kind of slowed down a little bit since 2018. It's had a good couple of years. It'll never die. Never die.
I love that. The great VR boom of 2018.
Yep.
2017, 2018.
2018 is when it really. I mean, there was a few out 2017, but when it really kicked off was 2018 because that's when they all came out.
Yeah, every dev got the email. Stop what you're doing. We
make
want
a VR.
Yeah, can you put 100 players in it? Mate, it's God of War. I don't care. Drop 100 people in and let them fight.
I mean, Force's got one now too, so.
See? My point exactly.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Oh, dear. Yeah. So, the next story on the list is Microsoft announcing GameStack Live. With GDC 2020 postponed, several companies and developers are sharing what they had planned for their conference via alternative means. One such company is Microsoft, which is hosting 2 days of Mixer live streams called GameStack Live to share its GDC panels and announcements. Amongst the list of panels, there will be a 1-hour discussion on the Xbox Series X and Project X Cloud. Hi. In addition to updates to DirectX ray tracing, which will play a role in Microsoft's next-gen console plans. The streams will be taking place from March 17 to March 18th.
Good idea.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if everyone tuned in and watched this and it was wildly successful and they went, oh, hey, we should do this all the time. Microsoft.
But it did. I mean, it's GDC is. It's vastly different to E3 and PAX and stuff like that. It is much more, you know, don't forget, you, me, the people listening to this podcast or whatnot or watching live, we're the 1%. So we all know about it.
Yeah.
You walk into EB Games and you grab the closest person who's purchasing a game and go, did you see that conference at GDC? They'd be like, what?
What?
The hell you on about?
What is GDC?
Yeah,
is that the disease center in America?
Yeah.
Is it coronavirus?
Am I in trouble? See, but this is cool that they're doing this because, and honestly, I know GDC said that they're gonna try and do the conference later at the end of the year.
Yeah, they're gonna push it till everything settles down, I think.
Oh, see, that's just like I was listening to the Kind of Funny Guys, their podcast, and yeah, they're definitely well and truly in the business of in the games and whatnot, and they're just like, there is no way that you can push that back to sometime this year and slot it in and get everyone to show up with all their gear and all their stuff. It's just it won't.
Yeah, like I said, other companies are now going, oh well, you know, we'll just do our own thing and get it out there because we can't be fucked waiting. Because a lot of indie devs are kind of getting screwed over here with it being cancelled because they had all these like their flights and hotels and have had to cancel them. That's cost them thousands, and it means they're not going to be able to, like, they were because they bank, like a lot of indie devs bank on GDC to kind of, or just conferences in general to kind of get their stuff out there and in front of people. I think it even got to the point where I read there was a story where one indie developer started a fund to raise donations to help give money back to those developers that had lost out on all that money because of the cancellation.
Yeah, that fund's still going too. That was set up.
So yeah, it was a few weeks ago, I think it was.
Yeah, which is true because it costs them heaps, man. Think about it, like if you had to fly from Australia and bring all your gear, get all the way over to where they have this. Where is it? LA, wherever it was this year. Somewhere in America, you get to there, you got your transport, everything like that, and then to find out. And
you've got, I don't think they're even getting refunded for their booth fees as well.
No, you don't get any. No, you get no
refund.
refund.
A few grand, I think, from what I remember. And if you're just a couple of guys like out of college or that's a lot. You're fairly young. That's a lot of fucking money to kind of lose.
Yeah, definitely. That's right. It's a pretty rough hit for them. So it's good that I think Microsoft might be. Yeah, obviously they have the platform to do it. They own Mixer, so
yeah, they have that. They have
there
their
might
own.
be some legality things there where they can easily bring their gear straight over to their platform and show it off. But yeah, could this entice them future-wise? What they could do? Could you imagine this? Think this for a second. For Mixer,
it'd be phenomenal for Mixer.
Exclusively have the Microsoft E3 press conference.
Exactly,
because
and it was
say they didn't go to E3. They were just hosting a direct style, conference system or whatnot, and they put it exclusively on Mixer, which would make sense.
Yeah, it is their platform, and I think I think that would be huge because I mean, right now, like as someone who is occasionally streaming on Mixer because life, but it's difficult over there at the moment. There's there was a bit of a boom for a while. It's slowed down significantly, and a lot of people have left for various reasons. Whether it be to chase monetary stuff through Twitch or YouTube and stuff like that, or they're just not happy with the way the platform's performing and what they should be doing. But yeah, I think that'd be good to have to say, go here and you can watch it. But I mean, Stormy brings up a decent point in chat. It's going to get illegally restreamed anyway. Like someone's just gonna risk it with a dud account and go, it's on Twitch now, and then do that. But I think it would be good for them and good for Mixer to have that kind of, hey, watch this. Even if it was watch this first here.
Yeah, but you can illegally read. There's no one can stop that anyway. You can't have that as a thing to make you go, all right, we better not do this
stop them,
because
yeah.
But imagine just the marketing or everything just leading up to it. You want to you showcase some of your games and you flash them off and you get the trailers ready, and it's you want to see it all, come to mixer.com and this is where you'll see it on this date at this time.
Yeah, I mean they've done so much with I think they've done a few things like this now. Again with Ori Will and the Wisps, they've got Mixer streamers premiering it on Mixer, which is good, I think they need to lean into more of that because they have this whole fucking live stream platform to play with. They may as well use it to their marketing advantage,
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah,
certainly does. We'll see. I think E3 is going to get cancelled, and we'll within a month.
You reckon it'll be cancelled within a month? Oh, did we talk about that last week?
Yes.
The director's leaving? Creative directors of E3? Yeah, that was
we
bad.
Did.
Yeah, we did. I know.
No, but what we didn't cover after that was it wasn't. I think it might have just happened afterwards. That LA went into a state of emergency.
That was just afterwards. Yeah,
just after. So that means, and then the ESA's come out and said, "Okay, we are evaluating E3 now."
Oh.
They haven't said yes. They haven't said yes or no. It's we're going to monitor the. It's man, just fucking just call it already. Get it over and done with. Just rip it off and start making preparations for next year.
Yeah,
that's all you can do.
But then again, if they cancel it this year, it's a very low chance they'll be back. With the amount of loss they've had with people leaving this year, it'd be hard.
I think they know that too. But yeah, I reckon in a month, that's my call. We won't
calling it in a month. All right, we'll hold you to that.
E3 will be dusted for this year. I'm not saying it's going to be
forever, just this year.
Just this year. I think it's
cancelled or pushed back. Do you think?
Cancelled. You can't push that back.
Yeah, true.
No. What are you going to do? Tell all the developers who got their busted ass to get their trailers ready going, don't you fucking show them. You can show them in another 6 months. That's not going to happen. There's no way. Sure thing there, Mr. E3 man. We're going to listen to you and do that.
Yes, we can do that. Sure. Oops. Oh no, look at all these trailer leaks. Onto our final story of the night. The Doom 64 port is gonna have a little bit extra in it. So the port for Doom 64 is a pre-order bonus for Doom Eternal. But there's an extra little bit in there. The game has a whole extra chapter that wasn't part of the original game. The level is an inclusion by Night Dive Studios, the guys that worked on the port. And they've also worked on the remasters of Turok and System Shock, as well as a new System Shock remake that's coming out. In an interview with US Gamer, Night Dive's lead engine developer Samuel Villarreal and senior developer James Haley explained the new chapter would take place immediately after the original Doom 64 campaign. And they said, the mother demon you defeated in that outing had a sister. Since you've been messing up hell non-stop, she tries to get rid of you by sending you away. If you can make your way back and take revenge, you'll be rewarded with a bit more lore that fans of both the series and new and classic should enjoy.
Interesting.
I
wonder if they got if they had to get special permission to do that.
They would have had to, surely. I mean, it wouldn't be. I said, hey guys, can we put in an extra little bit? I'm sure as long as it remained faithful, they would have been, okay, sure, cool, why not?
The other thing is, how many people do you think are actually going to go back and play it?
Doom 64.
Yeah.
Why not, man? A lot of people haven't. Again, 1%ers. You pre-order bonus, you get an extra game. You're gonna give it a look. But this has all been retouched. They've retooled some of the AI. They've done a lot of tweaks. So it's not like just a direct port. It's more of a remaster of the game.
Yeah, but you can't. You're stacking it up against Doom Eternal.
Yeah, but it's, again, nostalgia sells.
Yeah, I know, but that's nostalgia. We're talking about a 1%er that's going to go back and do the nostalgia. The other person's going to look at it and go,
I mean, why the hell? They might.
Flick it off. Thanks for the extra.
I didn't even know this was a pre-order bonus till I found this story. I'm like, oh, really?
Are you going to go back and play it? Will you replay Doom 64?
If I have time, yeah, I will. Definitely. Sure.
I definitely wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No way.
No? You wouldn't go back? And it's been so long since I played it. I can't even remember anything from it. It's been that long.
Yeah, it's a very long time, but it's still, I don't think it's... Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. People are losing their shit over mini SNESes and miniature Nintendo products with all the old games on it. So I mean, why not Doom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's still. I can see why they've done it. I honestly hope enough people do play it, and that it is they get to see this different ending. I mean, I can't even remember the original ending.
No, yeah, exactly. It's been that long. I can't remember anything.
It's Doom. You just shoot.
It's Doom. I like that the understory of Doom is you were going to hell to blow shit up, and you don't care why because you're Doom guy. And as the player, that's what you want to do. You want to go there and just wreck shit, and you don't particularly care why. It mirrors the player so fucking well. It's brilliant.
And it's also, even though you're going to hell and the new game, the game's ultra realistic, it looks really, really good, and all the rest of it. The demons and everything in there are still shit scared of you, not the player being scared of the demons.
Yeah. You just
I love
fear itself in there, man.
Yeah,
and
I love that about Doom.
I love there's always those little bits of chatter as well where they're they freak out. There's little bits of lore that you find, and they're freaking out that you're here. Yeah, and they're heavily shrines to you because you're such a fucking badass.
Yeah, I love how it flips that whole narrative on its head. Not many games do that. Put you in a scary horror environment, but you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy in it, really.
Yeah,
I think what Doom is quite successful. That and the shootings.
It's ace. So fucking crispy. I'm so keen for more.
They know how to do shoots. You know who else is really keen for Doom? Just quietly before we wrap this up, Bethesda. Bethesda need a fucking win.
Yes, they do.
And after everything that's gone on with them last year,
they need to
itching
kick
for
2020
Doom
off with a decent game.
Yeah, yeah. And don't forget, everyone, that this was supposed to come out in November last year, October.
Yeah, it got delayed a few months.
Yeah, it got delayed. So it had a pretty beefy delay. Let's see if it's all polished up.
Hopefully, I mean every bit of gameplay I've seen so far looks good. So, I mean, it's hard to. I mean, if they fuck up Doom,
I just want that soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I now have the in lead up. I now have the Doom intro as my ringtone now.
Okay.
The intro metal riff, it's fucking fantastic. Get myself pumped up a little bit, but that will do us for tonight. I think that is all our stories, all our deals, all covered.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, before we do the where we can find us thing, would you like to tell the people at home that are listening what's happening next week?
Very, very much so. We actually do have our first guest. Finally, 2020 is lined up. The lovely Miss Z will be joining us to co-host the entire podcast next week. So she'll be sitting in pretty much just as another person to go through all the news, gaming events, anything that popped up. We'll also have some questions for her as well. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be good.
You've got some extra homework to do this weekend in regards to getting some overlays looking pretty.
Yeah, I've got to do some fixing and do some new things and do a bit of refreshing because I've been busy, but now I have time. I can catch up on my homework, which will be good. But yeah, no, I'm excited. The last guest we had on the cast was me in episode 16. I never left. I think I left for like an episode and then I was like there permanently. Actually, I don't think it was that. I was just there forever. So no pressure, Z. no pressure. You may be stuck here forever. But yeah, no, I'm excited. It'll be good.
It will be.
Going forward, I don't know how often we're gonna do the guesting. It depends on how many we can line up. Probably I think we're aiming for every second cast.
Every second week, I think. If we go, yeah, I think every
week could be too much. Every second week's good. It gives us a break, and means we don't burn through guests as quickly, which would also be handy. But
so also, if you are listening out there, make sure you let us know. Tweet at us, do the things.
Discord cut you off entirely for that. From make sure then.
Oh,
it ruined you. Is like no, Gray. You cannot tell the people that. Spoilers.
Discord.
But yes, if you would like to, if you'd like to kind of get in on the guest action, or you know someone who would like to, or you want to see on the cast with us, let us know. Join our Discord. Say, hey, what's up? I know these people. Alternatively, find us on Twitter at @left_pod. You can reach us there and see all the other weekly shenanigans we get up to. Gray, where can they find you?
You can, if Discord doesn't decide to cut me off again, you can find me over at YouTube, Gray Aussie Gamer, and you can find me on Twitter as well, Gray Aussie Gamer. Easy. What about yourself?
You can find me Twitter, Mixer, deft_puppies with a Z, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening, watching, all that jazz. We return next week with guests. Get excited. It's going to be fun. Thank you very much, and we shall see you then.